against UMass despite the loss for Drexel. So he starts once again here today. At the other end, it's Matt Kilkiri in goal for Delaware. As we are just about set to go, skies are clear, the sun is out, 70 degrees plus here in Philadelphia as Delaware wins the opening draw, and we're underway from the CAA Men's Lacrosse Championship. Joe Spears nicely done off the ground, and he gets the offense. He's a guy just like just about anybody on this attack unit who, when he gets going, can score them in bunches. And the second consecutive draw is won by Logan Premtaj, the face-off man for Delaware, and another position. Played just 11 games last year, 2 goals, 4 assists. So what a jump from freshman to sophomore year for J.P. Ward, filling in that role that was inhabited by Charlie Kitchen, who of course has moved on. Advantage. They've had an advantage here at the face-off X so far as well, Marcus, is the possessions. You give this Delaware team a lot of extra possessions, they're going to make you pay.
Yeah, and those types of plays right there, which I think was Drexel stepping out of the box, like those are the type of ground balls that you need to come up with if you're going to be losing those clamps. So every clear becomes more important.
3-0 lead after one here in the first CAA semifinal of the night here in Philadelphia. Delaware a chance for that face-off to start the second quarter, but Farrell, the long pole, just read that like a...
One of the best shooters in the country. You can't give him those hands-free shots from 8 yards. He's going to crush you.
That was a face-off win for Premtaj. Then it came loose, and now it's Spears, the long pole, who collects, and Delaware gets a possession.
So
it's huge for Drexel to get Sean Donnelly going. When he's at his best, he can quarterback this offense like some of the best ex-attackmen you see. He's had some huge games throughout his 2 years with Drexel as a transfer from Syracuse out of the IMG Academy. But he's been kind of up and down throughout this year. Was held without a point in that loss to UMass last week. And even in talking to Drexel...
It's not a beautiful weather, and the kids are getting after it.
This is the weather college lacrosse is meant to be played in. As Delaware has been enjoying it a little bit more than the Drexel team, as Liam Rosado goes early on that face-off. You can see him, he was leaning and just couldn't hold up. From last year, when he had 3 goals and an assist to go along with everything he did defensively. Second straight year that he was the defensive player of the year here in the CAA, which I think tells you a lot about his game, because you got a conference that also has Kobe Smith from Towson, who's been a guy who's been an All-American candidate too.
Exactly, yeah, and it, listen, I mean, the game has
9 goals in a game versus St. Joe's, so not somebody you want to get hot, because it doesn't normally cool off when he gets it going.
If 3 goals is a hat trick, what's 9?
Well, we got a sock trick at 6.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've defined a 9. I know if.
Yeah. Would have fooled me.
And who went early here?
Blue is leaning.
They get it on Mike Lenskold, who's
far pipe again.
Yeah, you mentioned the scenic route. I think he jumped on Kelly Drive here in Philadelphia, took a left, went and saw the Schuylkill River, and then he came back and scored. Fritz, the sophomore, with no goals coming into this year, scored his first goal of his career in the season opener this year against NJIT. Well, now he's got a postseason goal as well.
Canadian on that isolation, he's just going to get to his strength every time, and those guys are no strangers to crease diving. Obviously, the crease dive being new to field lacrosse, you've been able to do that for ages in box, and Kurtz with a nice crease dive finish.
Oh, and there, Liam. And that feed from J.P. Ward, stuff we saw that Charlie Kitchen did throughout his last couple of seasons there with Delaware. He was that ex-attackman guy that really made the rest of the offense click when you got Kurtz and Robbins.
Yeah, just clicking on all cylinders. You know, you've got goals in transition, you've got goals on man up, you've got your face-off unit excelling, and you've obviously got
the one that Robinson had at the other end on the run, and that one, I mean, there's almost nothing a goalie can do.
Yep.
Isika
face-off win.
Wins a face-off, so 1 for 2.
It goes back centuries and decades of lacrosse. Nice work there by the Blue Hens.
An 11-goal Delaware lead. I mean, Marcus, you said it earlier. They played only one game that wasn't IMG Academy after going to Good Counsel High School for his high school career. But Delaware quickly off the face-off responds. JP Ward has himself a hat trick, so that entire starting attack unit for the Blue Hens now all has at least 3 goals.
Just a great individual effort here from Delaware to win the faceoff, and then as a faceoff guy, man, hit the point, get it to your attackmen, let them do what they're paid to do, and of course they execute with a great finish.
Logan Premtaj is out here like, can I get an assist on that one, folks?
Well, that's the old hockey assist that I think a lot of lacrosse experts and stat
Another chance for Isika at the face-off X for Drexel, but it's Delaware off the wing that wins it. Now loose ball on the sideline, and the breaks continue to go Delaware's way.
Yeah.
I will say, Marcus, that if you listen to the lacrosse...
Step and score.
By the way, his 8 points now ties the points record for points in a game in a CAA tournament game. Ward now tied with Brendan Sunday, another Towson Tiger, and Kyle Smith from UMass. Both of them putting up 8 points in a tournament game. Okay, it's time.
Yeah. Yep.
We don't need any more of those. It's hot here in Philly too today, so let's.
If their attack can score like they have been, and the second midfield can score, they're going to put up, 14 to 16, 17 goals. Maybe even put up a